Oh god, I still don't have like any ammo at all. We have the loot still, and weapon mods, which is good. We do not have our hacking tool though, because Wheatley had that. Okay. Shit. Well, there's some lockers and stuff over there. Maybe we'll get ammo back or something. Let's talk to this chick though. Oh, Dr. Emily Jensen. Oh, hey. She looks relieved. She steps closer and holds out her arm to steady you. How do you feel? You've been in deep cryo sleep for a very long time. I'm very sorry about the loss of your team members. I feel fine, a little lightheaded. So how much longer after that is this, I wonder? Good. I've been monitoring you for over a week now, since we picked up your escape pod. You are very lucky we found you. It's unfortunate that your team members' cryo chambers malfunctioned. We've provided them with the appropriate honors as indicated by their termination implants. Thanks, I think. Several more weeks and you would have been in Raider territory. No telling what would have happened. Wow, okay. Yeah, what happened to you after the ship began ejecting vats? Roger and I made it to an escape pod, Roger being, I think, the other dude who was alive who gave me the hacking tool that is now presumably a pile of ash in the atmosphere somewhere. There was so little time. I did manage to reset the timers on the crew cryo chambers, though the Dauntless has never been found. Like you, and me for that matter, they have been drifting for over 700 years. Jesus Christ, that answers that question. Yes, that's right. It's been over 500 years since the others arrived at their destination. Much has happened, and in time you will come to understand the changes that have taken place. Not only in respect to the colonization, but events that transpired after the arrival. The arrival being uppercase, so it was definitely a pretty large event. We'll probably see references to the arrival in logs and stuff as time goes on. Roger and I were found just 10 years ago. I've been looking for you ever since. What changes? Much has changed. There's something we need to talk about, but now isn't the time. Dr. Ramis can explain when we killed him. We killed him on the bridge of the Dauntless. She looks down at her feet, slightly embarrassed. She glances at you, measuring your mood. God damn it. Dr. Ramis is here with us. He did not die. His minions, they saved him somehow, placed him in an escape pod, and linked his trajectory with ours. I know how you must feel, but believe me, Dr. Ramis has paid for his mistakes. He will be paying for them for a long time to come. He's the reason we are here now in this place. Ramis is critical to our mission, so please, when you talk to him, listen to what he has to say. Okay. Where are we? Glances around the room. This is one of many ancient ruins found on planets throughout the colonies. It seems that we're not alone in the universe. Other life forms lived here millennia ago. A millennia ago. There is nothing left of them other than ruins similar to this one. Not much is known about them, but they seem to have colonized many planets throughout the systems in the area. We found many different simple life forms as we expanded in this area of the universe, but no other intelligent life. The ruins are a bit of a mystery. Dr. Ramis believes there's something more to be discovered here. He's been going on about an energy source below us, something he's detected with the sensors since we've brought you here. Dr. Ramis isn't prone to wandering off task, so there must be something to it. We're using this site as a research facility. Dr. Ramis and I are researching the phage mutations he instigated on the Dauntless. Why are you researching the phage? I think Dr. Ramis would be the best person to fill you in on the details. Why don't I join you, and we can go speak with him? That is if you're up to it. He's wandering somewhere around here, looking for that energy signature. Dr. Jensen would like to join our party. One more question. How'd you find me? We got a tip from a freighter, a friend of ours, Roger Crayson. You remember him, right? I think that was his name, the hacking tool man. He has his own freight hauling business now, 20 ships in total. Damn. He does a brisk business running commodities in the core systems. I bet I get my first ship from him. Core systems. Yes, the core systems consist of several hundred star systems that have been colonized and are under sovereignty rule. Who are the sovereignty? They're the ruling power in the core systems. There's so much to tell. Briefly, after the arrival, as it is called now, the houses went to work fighting it out for power. In the end, House Farland won and immediately established an empire that we all now call the Sovereignty. They hold control over the core systems. Sounds like what we were trying to get away from. Yes, I agree. However, it's not all bad. Power is controlled by the Sovereignty. However, the government is for the most part a democracy. Free enterprise, taxes, and elections. Okay. So then where are we? Continue. Y, and add new team member. Oh shit. Hey, there we go. Excellent. She's got a cool hammer smashy tool thing. Let's see. Dr. Emily Jensen is level 3. Relax is only level 2. Oh yeah, you did level. I think I remember leveling. I think I did that near the vats. He had level and I just kind of threw it all around. She is horrible for level 3. Jesus, you're terrible. First aid and piloting though. Can I rename you? You could be little me too. She's got a better shield. She's not super fantastic, though she's actually got like genuine armor it looks like. The Aurelian Thunderstorm Edged Growy Sledge. Damn. Requires 200 melee skill, uses pistol ammunition? What? Must be a bug. Ammo type, pistol ammunition. Ammo loaded, none rounds. I love it. And you are... yeah, only single mode fire. So I'm thinking that weapons have... if it's something that actually has a mod slot, I think weapon attachments here, this is just a UI element. Just because they're there doesn't mean anything. It's just there could be something there. And the weapon, when you hover over it, I'd imagine there's going to be a weapon mod slots available too, or something like that. It'll be somewhat obvious. Well, cool. We will slowly... Your shield's cooler than mine. The KX-1 personal shield. What's mine? KX-1 personal shield. Mine's just worse. Alright, whatever. Oh right, it's not right mouse button to rotate camera anymore. It's left mouse button. A very nice improvement because I infrequently, as you saw, encountered I'd right click to move or right click to rotate the camera and they would move instead. So now it is left mouse button, which is super cool and fantastic. There we go. Small health pack and submachine gun ammunition. Nice. Was that all the lockers? No. Leather flight armor. +1 dexterity, +3 endurance. Ooh. And holding control. Okay, so there's nothing in this far left guy then. No. Okay. And then you've got something. Worn pocket knife. Okay. Looking for other stuff to loot. Looks like no. So what are these? Just like massive power switches for these lights then? Seem to be. Okay, we've got Jesus, this place. Is that Doc Jensen? Oh, Dr. Ramis? Yes, that is. Okay, so that's our objective. That's where we're going. That's a dead end. That's a force field thing that leads outward. And then backtrack a bit, looking for lootables. Would it highlight from this far away? I don't know. Okay, well let's head up and around. Just because I don't know if holding control from way back here actually highlights stuff if it's lootable, because it's so, yeah, because it was so far away. So we'll run around looting stuff, hopefully replenish our ammo because, Jesus. Energy cell. Energy cell. Minigun mag. Suppose. Rifle ammo, shotgun ammo, a shotgun, and pistol ammo. The shotgun requires shotgun level 1, so it's a basic Aurelian Thunderstorm CRB shotgun. Single fire, 8 to 11 damage. Single mode only. 8 round max, has 3 rounds loaded. Sure. You're not any good with shotguns, are you? No, she's pretty much just pure pistol. Right on. I'll switch you real quick. T to your pistol. What pistol do you have? That's a different pistol. 8 to 11 though. 8 to, well, that's slightly better than mine. And it holds more. Her stuff's so cool. And this definitely does not lead to some crazy underground crypt where that energy signature is coming from. Nope. Definitely not. Alright. Not a whole lot of loot. We got enough to get us by though. Especially shotgun ammo. Loads of that. Might give you the shotgun. We'll put this down here because this is in rough condition. 85.1. I don't know if that's really that rough or not, let's be honest. Nothing to loot here. Okay. Let's see what you have to say. It's been a while. No hard feelings. I appreciate what you did. You just did it in a really shitty way. Dr. Ramis seems preoccupied, a scanner in his hand examining a small stone tablet. He turns to you, startled. Oh dear, I didn't know you were coming. I'm so glad to meet you again. My condolences regarding your colleagues. I thought you were dead. Dr. Ramis' hand darts to his chest, a pained look washing over his face briefly. Yes, you could say that. My last memories are of being dragged through the command deck and being placed in one of the escape pods by one of my experiments. Quite unexpected, indeed. I lay there in a pool of blood, fully expecting to die, and yet here I am, saved by my nemesis, my creation. Your nemesis? Yes, my experiments have set off quite a drastic series of events that have spread across the colonies, causing quite a stir. I fully expected mutation, but only under controlled observation. With the ejection of the vats and several hundred years of mutation, my phage have evolved into a major threat. Abominations, really. Let me explain. The sequencing of the phage genome injected into human flesh has mutated into an alternate life form. This life form is intelligent. Unlike the previous plague that destroyed our planet, this mutated phage triggers the limbic cortex, unlocking the fight, flight, feeding, and fear mechanisms, but leaving high-level reasoning and learning in place. Over the last 700 years, these phage seem to have arrived at an equilibrium where mutation has stabilized, though we are still finding variants in their genome from samples we've taken. You saw the stasis tubes in the lab. These are host specimens that we've been sampling. Highly illegal, hence our current residence here in the ruin to hide our research. In short, as I'm aware you have been asleep for a very long time, the vats ejected, many of the sleepers mutated. The trajectories of the vats have spread them across this area of space. Phage woke, learned, mutated further, and continue to seek out their brethren. Ugh. In addition, they seem to be spreading the virus to small outposts and regions in the border worlds, the fringes of colonization as humans move into the far reaches of space. To summarize, my little experiment has become a major problem. We now have aggressive, intelligent zombies. Hey! They can fly spaceships, assimilating and eating human beings. The phage no longer spreads the way it used to, but it spreads. So here I am, responsible for this tragedy, responsible for the deaths of tens of thousands of human beings, and likely the only solution to the problem. Well, there's like 120-some thousand on the Dauntless, so probably safely say hundreds of thousands of deaths, but... So you see, I'm trapped in a prison of my own making, the only road to redemption, a solution to this quandary. Should the Dauntless ever be found, I would likely be locked away for life. Until now, Dr. Jensen and Roger Crayson have been kind enough to keep my involvement quiet in the hopes that I can remedy my mistakes. Dr. Ramis looks at you, roomy eyes, watery with tears. I hope you will do the same. I am so sorry. I know what I did was wrong and only ask that I be given a chance to remedy the situation. I do have some ideas that could help us negate the situation, reduce the number of phage to end their spread. It will take hard work and it will be very dangerous. I was there, I was also responsible in a way. How can I help? No, I wasn't responsible. Shit, I tried to kill him. I helped, I'm not responsible. Relief flashes over his face. He glances at Dr. Jensen and then back at you. Yes, your help would be most welcome and necessary. Let me explain. Oh, here we go again. He just loves talking. While these phage are highly dangerous, intelligent, and aggressive, they have a major weakness, a flaw that leaves them vulnerable. Reproduction. Phage cannot reproduce. The only way they can increase their number or replace lost phage is to assimilate other human beings. They do this by attaching polyps to sedated human beings. These polyps secrete a green liquid, extend tendrils into the flesh of the person they assimilated, and eventually recode their DNA. This process takes days, in some cases weeks, during which time the host is completely vulnerable. It is during this time that a serum can be injected into the host, modifying its DNA so that it is no longer able to reproduce. Further, the serum mutates the spinal polyps of the host so they excrete a pheromone that attracts phage, and at the same time alters phage sensory perception. This change in sensory perception makes these altered phage hostile toward the other phage. Got it. The entire process starts with a sort of self-destruct mechanism that can wipe out an entire coven. What do you mean by coven? So much reading. Ah yes, phage congregate in covens, generally deep underground or in abandoned facilities throughout the outer fringes of settled space, sometimes right in the middle of an area they are assimilating. Covens are the ideal place we test and apply the serum. It's dangerous work, however, and that's where you come in. We need someone like you to build up a team of mercenaries, enter these covens, and wipe them out. You're perfectly suited to the job as your DNA is resistant to the original viral effects. Why? How? Though phage no longer spread the disease through contact, they still wield their original toxins in new ways. With a blood sample from you, I can create an injection that makes us, and anyone you recruit, resistant to these toxins. This is crucial. Until now, entering a coven was highly dangerous. We've been able to recruit people to help us, and getting into a coven has a very high chance of sickness and even death. We've lost many good people over the last 10 years. I'm in. I need to draw some blood from you, and then I can access the lab on the ship to develop the antitoxin. Shouldn't take more than a week or two. Then I think we pack up and head out. I have some ideas of where to head next, and Dr. Jensen will want to come along. In general, though, I think we will want to put ourselves in your hands and follow your lead. Dr. Jensen and I have already talked about this. You have a ship? Well, yes. How else would we get around? Our ship is on the surface just outside the main entrance to the north and west of here. And we almost have a full squad again. Sort of. So, what do you have, Doc? You have 16 armor. She's got 15, I have 15. She's slightly better armor than we are. He's also level 3. And he has a rifle. Standard thing. And an SMG. Aha. I don't have that much SMG ammo though. So yeah, we have standard issue rifle is what we have. 9 to 12, 9 to 23. 9 to 12, 9 to 23, same difference. More rounds, slightly better range. We're stuck at 18 rounds. He's got 24 rounds. And his range is +1. Okay, not terrible. And this is just standard combat stuff with a personal shield. Okay, and character-wise, you are also pretty well-rounded, speciate-wise. Hacking and electronics, hey, awesome. Pistols and rifles. But you don't have a pistol. You have an SMG, which you're horrible with. Gross, man. Let's give Werlax. Let's give Werlax the SMG. You can have the pistol, Doc. So Redlax is rocking shotgun and SMG. And you've got her shitty pistol. She's got her cool pistol. Okay, excellent. She's also a pretty decent pilot, and he's good with hacking, but he does not have a hacking tool. Oh right, the leather flight armor, right. I totally forget about that somehow. Yes, I think that's probably pretty good. 7+1, 9+3, I like that. It's got in parentheses the boost that you get from armor. That's good. Okay, cool, let's head out then. Does that actually change my appearance? Let me get some good lighting here. It might. I believe it does. Yeah, completely different. Damn. Nice. And just to confirm, you guys, this is like trash for you? No. Not you. So there. Aha! Nice. And yeah, nothing to loot. Thought so. So that was to the north and west. Great, now that we are all in agreement, let's gather our gear and head out. Already done. I think the first order of affairs is to help Dr. Ramis get started with the antitoxin. Once we have done that, we can decide what we are doing next. The exit to the landing site is northwest of here. Northwest means literally nothing. I don't know which way north is. So I'll assume perhaps this. I thought this would be like ruins underground because you get, you know, sarcophagi. So I thought, ooh, Diablo style crypt type thing. Oh, but that might actually be what this is. Scavers. They've located us and breached our defenses. That explosion may have sealed us inside the ruins while they attempt to scrap our ship. Assholes. Scavengers. Usually not much of a threat, they scrap metal from abandoned bases, factories, and debris from past wars. Lately, however, they've been getting a bit more aggressive, something to do with a new leader. And past wars, several wars since the arrival, fewer than on our home world in the same amount of time. The difference is that these wars have been held both in space and on the ground. Hundreds of thousands have died. These wars have left large swaths of derelict war equipment, ships, and debris scattered across the core system. Scavengers make their living scrapping metal and salvageable equipment from the remnants. The houses are divided as ever. Let's head for the entry. Assholes. We have to go through the underground passage to the east, right? Well, that looks final. I don't think we can dig our way out. Yeah, there is another way. Another exit that leads down into the ruins further. There should be an exit through there somewhere. We installed a shield barrier to keep the Arax from coming up and bothering us. They usually aren't much of a problem, but the ruin is infested. Let's gather whatever gear we can and then head to the other exit. Be ready to fight. I expect there may be a broodmother down there. Man, not a broodmother. What a bother. Do we even have enough ammo for this? I don't even know. Like, I'm pretty concerned about that. Like, we might not have enough ammo. And if that's the case, just to check, is there... I assume that's just punching unarmed skill. I'd imagine I can just do that without a weapon. I don't need, like, brass knuckles or something. Right? Right? Because if I run out of ammo, we're gonna have to start punching a broodmother in the face. And that just doesn't sound like a good idea, but it is what it is. This is it. I'll take the barrier down and we can head through the passage. Entrance should be down the corridor. Let's go. Did not get any new data. Damn, still location unknown. Still no idea on where we are precisely. I assume this is when the game really starts. What we had just done before aboard the Dauntless was all the tutorial. Quite long, but it was pretty passive. Without throwing things up in your face saying, this is the thing that can happen. Do this to get around it. You sort of just discover that as you go along. And I quite like it for that. It was very passive, very much out of the way. Though I do hope in the future, since I'd imagine the outcome's always the same and Dr. Ramis always lives, it would be nice to be able to bypass the tutorial bit and it's just, okay, well then you just make one character and this is your starting guy. You know, then you start with, I mean, I guess you'd start level 2. I mean, that seems to be pretty average. You could maybe hit level 3, but you'd have to like really try hard to hit level 3. So I assume you would just start as a level 2 guy or something and just extra credits to make up for all this shit. Something like that, just to get you into it a little faster. But I suppose you could do that first part pretty quickly since you know exactly what's going on. I don't know. Anyway, loot there. And I'm curious actually, if I go too far away and hold control, it will not highlight. Watch yourselves, these old Aznari ruins are infested. Okay, I'll probably run the corner in combat then. Yeah, I'm more curious, if I'm holding control and then round a corner, will it still highlight an object or will I have to repress control? Or should I just like tape down my control key? God damn it. There's interacted right there. So this is Dr. Ramis. We'll have you. That's a cool looking assault rifle. We're using assault rifle. SMG, shotgun, pistol, sledge, assault rifle. Okay, yeah, you can use the assault rifle. So get here. And then fire, though it looks like it's actually just one, so we could probably just sledge it, to be honest. So let's try that. Let's save our ammo because I have very major concerns about all that. We'll just what was it again? Spacebar, I think? Yeah. It goes first, fine. Wow, it has like no AP at all. Yeah, switch to your sledge. 3 AP to swing a sledge. I thought it was more. Smash. Crush. Okay. And then we can do burst or just a single fire shot. It's got a lot of health. So let's try crouch. Crouching burst fire in its butt. 12. There we go. 6. You know, burst fire. Burst fire is really not that great. Standing crouch, single fire mode. Go for the torso. And end turn. Enemy's turn. See how powerful these guys are. Yeah, decently powerful. There's no like toxin or anything, at least not on this guy. Three swings might kill it. Oh. We did it! Good job, Warlocks. Close to leveling. No. And no loot on him. Inside the box, we've got ancient tapestry. That's not ammo. Okay, so we'll go into combat and then round the corner. Go ahead and reload. I'm assuming there's somewhere on the corner here. Oh, you go. fine, I guess. Hello? Alright, fine. Now that we got him. There it is. Alright, we'll do our standard thing, I think. Just kind of sit back here, crouch, turn, end. Sounds like there's multiple over there.